war with Poland continues. The battles with the Poles have always proven costly and have always been brutal, with no quarter given. To this end, it is expected that every man, every commander, has to do his duty if this war is to be won. Too many lives have already been lost. Each British regiment, army and army group must account for at least 3 Polish regiments, armies or army groups, if we are to win this war, or at very least fight them to a standstill. During the last battle with Poland, whilst other British regiments were fighting to the last man, one regiment failed in its duty, failed to honour those that had already fallen before them, failed king and country, failed their brothers in arms. To that end, the commander of the regiment has been summoned to the British headquarters a few miles from where the battle took place, with Field Marshal Unuk convening proceedings against the commander.
Continue, Sir Henry.
Well, sir, the South Essex crossed over the bridge and engaged the enemy. Major Lennox panicked. I have written to Horseguard, sir, to state that the South Essex acquitted itself most commendably in discharging both your general orders to engage the enemy.
Did any officer distinguish himself?
Lieutenant Gibbons led the advance, sir. You may say that he is tied to me by blood. But is it a tie of blood to tie my tongue and rob a brave man of his just reward? No, sir. I recommend Lieutenant Gibbons be gazetted captain, sir.
This is a report from Major Hogan, which differs somewhat from your account, Sir Henry.
Major Hogan is merely an engineer, sir.
Major Hogan's coat buttons up tight over a number of other duties, Sir Henry. Major Hogan reports a number of losses, Sir Henry. He says you first lost your head, and instead of destroying the bridge, you marched over it. He says you then lost your nerve. He says you lost 10 men, a major, and 2 sergeants. Major Hogan leaves the worst to the last. He says you lost the king's colours.
The fault was not mine, sir. Major Lennox must answer.
Major Lennox answered with his life, as you should have done if you had any sense of honour. You lost the colours of the King of England. You disgraced us, sir. You shamed us, sir. You will answer.
The South Essex is stood down in name. If I wipe the name, I may wipe the shame. I am making you a battalion of detachments you will fetch and carry. The Light Company put up a fight, so I will let it stand under the command of a new captain.
I have a cousin at Horseguard, sir. And I have friends at court.
A man who loses the king's colours loses the king's friendship.
Greetings and welcome to episode 85 of my Empire Total War Darth Mod Great Britain campaign. And this, my friends, happened last time where we had, once again, my friends, a huge fight last time, a massive battle. It really did rip to shreds both the defenders and the attackers. The Poles came off the worst, but as you can see here, we are now up against a massive, some would say an overwhelming force here of Polish forces. Look at the sheer magnitude. Now, these are the remnants of the forces that fought us last time. Look at that. We absolutely fought ourselves to a standstill, but they've still got some exemplary troops. They really have. This is the apogee, this is the pinnacle, the peak of Polish fighting forces here. They've thrown absolutely everything but the kitchen sink at us on this one. They've even got winged hussars, which are not to be messed with. I tell you, my friends, they are absolutely brutal. Probably one of the finest heavy cavalry units in the entire campaign. I kid you not. And as you can see, we are up against it now. They are throwing everything at us, particularly these two armies here. These two armies here are pretty ferocious, but the sheer magnitude of cannon they have at their disposal is concerning. But we do have, look at this army here now. It has lost its commander, who was unfortunately injured, wounded in the last fighting of Strasbourg. But as you can see, we have a veteran force here that has been in many camp fights. We've also got our own apogee, our own pinnacle here of fighting forces, which is Field Marshal Ernoch here, who's bringing in a wondrous force. It really is packed to the rafters with some of the finest troops here. Lots of cavalry here, which is going to be definitely needed, particularly Royal Cuirassier Guards, which you don't see many of. You can't get many of those, my friends, believe me. We've also got here the remnants of the armies that were fighting around Strasbourg. So we have to rearrange these. As you can see, look at the Royal Welsh down to 25 men. That's how brutal the fighting was. I think we have to really work some magic here and try to get in only the units that really have survived rather well here. We've got the 37th Regiment, which will come in here as well. Right, before we go, I beg your pardon, we've got the 53rd. I did them a disservice. 37th here, and we've got the 54th. I think the Royal Irish Regiment, which did distinguish itself on the battlefield last time. Oh, actually, I beg your pardon, my friends. The Scottish Highlanders, the 1st Foot Guards, as you can see here, one of the first elites. Look at the battles here they must have been through to gain these experiences. It's a miracle they've survived. Then we've got the Coldstream Guards. We have the Royal Irish Regiment. Who else? Scottish Highlanders. We've still got the guards here, which is good to see. Now the cannon we shall bring in hopefully last, but they can be a little bit quirky, the cannon. And then we shall have the Royal Welsh. Beg your pardon. Then the Royal Welsh. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got of course, the Life Guards here. Which would rather have the infantry. I think we're going to need the infantry to be absolutely really coming in quite strongly. We've got the artillery as well at the end here. Now, this army here has been absolutely decimated. It really has, as you can see here. Now, I don't really want to bring this army in. As you can see, it's Royal British Grenadier Guards. It's the Marines. It's the Fusiliers. Even the Royal Highlander Grenadiers here. Absolutely brutal. They were taking such a beating. It really was a brutal fight. I don't really want to bring them in if I can help it. I might just instantly send these forces back behind enemy lines. But we might have to send them in anyway. We've got to try and hold, or at least give these armies an absolute pasting as much as we can here with what we've got. Because we need to really whittle down these Polish forces, because we've got this army group here. Now, before we continue, we've handed the region we had here, which was sort of that long finger that poked into sort of the Central Europe there. We've given that to the United States. Now, of course, the Council once again really helped out here massively by suggesting we give this to the United States, because it gives us two things. First of all, it shortens our lines. It also straightens our lines here. But it also still gives us access into this territory, which means we can strike back at the Poles from this particular region as well, using the United States as sort of that buffer, that barrier between the Poles. We've held on here in Hanover. We've got this army group here, which is ready to strike down into the sort of the flank here, the sort of southern flank of the Polish forces. That's why you have to really give them a real sound fashion here. Even if we lose Strasbourg, we can still send in this army group here to hopefully relieve it and send these forces packing. We've got to do the best we can here with the forces we've got. We've got to really dig in and throw everything we can at them here. Let's get these gentlemen in here. Marines. We've got the Royal British Grenadiers Guards. We've got the Green Jackets here. My goodness me, we've taken a real beating here, I don't mind telling you. With that, I think that's the best we can do. We're going to rely on these two armies here and Field Marshal Ernoch's armies to really hold here. We've got to hold for an hour, remember. If we can hold for an hour, and give these armies a thrashing. We've got to be wary of these. We've got these guns. We've also got our own mortars here, which will become vital, I think, in the long run. But they've got a lot of depth here. Just got to dig in here. This is a force that really does have a real punch about it here. But these are the remnants, sort of the forces that weren't able to escape very far away from the last fight. if we can, as I said, give these a bloody nose here, it really will set up for this army group to move in and sort of dispatch the remaining Polish forces. But let's not dilly-dally any longer. Let's get involved in here. Let's get this fight underway. As you can see, there's a huge plethora of Polish forces there in the sort of the east there. But we've bled each other dry here. We really have battered each other to pieces. But remember, this British force has not been reinforced. This is the calibre of the British forces. They sent at least 5 to 6, maybe even 7 Polish armies absolutely on their heels in the previous fight. And now we're standing still tall against all of those other, well, nearly 17,000 Polish forces coming in here against not even 7,000 British forces. That's the calibre of the men that lead them, but also the men that are fighting in the armies. A wonder, sir. It really is a wonder. We have to hold. We've got to be disciplined. I wonder if we can even pull some reinforcements in on this army we've got already, because we've got plenty of reserves. They now, this changes everything. They're attacking the actual defences. Now we are talking, my friends. It's going to cost them dear to get in here, I can assure you. They're obviously going to break down the walls. We've got to be very, very careful here. Let's go to our forces on the parade ground here. Let's just see what we've got at our disposal. We can even set these along here, along some of these here, to make sure that if they got cavalry coming in, it'll cost them dear to get in. Now, 10th, 4th Regiment here. Look at this. It's a mighty force here. And although we've got the Cuirassiers here, Horse Guards, I'd like to try and keep these inside if possible. We're not going to be able to go out and pick off the Polish forces and their cannons. It's not going to be possible. We don't have the resources to do that. We've got the 16th. Gentlemen, look lively, lads, on the parade ground here. 158th. All of these are veteran forces. Look at this. 22nd. We might even establish sort of I think we will have some here with these cavalry spikes here. 43rd. We do have a good complement of troops, which we're going to need. 11th Grenadiers. Look at that. 71st. Gentlemen, look lively, lads. 32nd. Look at this. We really do have a wonderful garrison here. A full British garrison here, which will cost the Poles dear to get into, believe me. We will bleed them dry if we have to. And we've got Field Marshal Urlach as well, waiting in the wings. 9th Regiment. My goodness me, we've got a wonderful force here. Look at that. 7th. It's a bitterly cold day. Look at this, the absolute depth of winter here. Got this 4th Light Guard. We're going to keep them inside here because they will inevitably break through the sheer amount of forces coming our way. They're obviously going to have some breaches in the walls. Also, they're going to obviously fire down. I keep saying obviously all the time, but they are going to fire against these walls as well. That is inevitable. And they're obviously going to breach these walls and come in, so we've got to be ready here to move our men off the walls and be ready to meet whatever challenge comes our their way. We've got the mortars. Now, what's the mortar's range? Here. Our quick climb here is shortened immeasurably, but that's not only when they get close in. Go around shot here. Of course, we've got 2 regiments here of 24 pounders, 16th 3rd Regiment of 24 pounders. howitzers, beg your pardon. Set the cavalry here. This is our general. We can't lose our general here. He's taken charge here of this particular army. We've lost our general. Now, let's be really savvy here. I think we'll have the 11th Grenadiers here. Right in the vanguard of the defence here. Look at that. They know what's coming. They'd expect what's coming, sir. Now we've got plenty of veterans here to choose from. The 4th Regiment really is a veteran of many a fight. We need them to really... That's more like it. We need these guns manned here. We need to bring as much firepower upon them as possible. And this is going to stretch into 5 guns, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, just 4 guns at the moment. Here, we'll have a regiment here as well, but they're going to aim for these walls. I can absolutely guarantee you. That's a brand new unit here. And so is this here. We're looking for veterans. We've got to be careful if the wall collapses. We can't afford to lose any troops at all. We've got to cover every single side as well, because this tells you they're coming in from this direction, of course. Gentlemen, please. Thank you. We should use these for this particular flank here, for this right flank. The 44th. We should also try and keep some reserves if possible. But we're trying to cover as much wall as we can and try and keep some reserves as well. Now, I don't think we get anything behind us, but just on the off chance we do, we'll put a regiment here. Actually, we'll put one of our green regiments, as it were, here. The 58th will be in here just in case they come trying to come behind us here. We can move them to whichever to meet that threat. Now, the 22nd here, which is a veteran unit here, we'll have the 22nd here on the left flank. Well, hopefully we can keep these in reserve. If we can, that will suit us perfectly. Again, we've got an experienced unit here holding the centre ground. Perfect. Here the 16th. Again, trying just to hold what we can here with maximum efficiency. I think we'll just set up a unit here with the spikes. Let's just get a bit closer here. So if they do get through with cavalry and they do breach those walls here, I think we'll also have a regiment here. We've got to be careful we don't get hit. The regiments don't get hit here. So I think what we'll do is we'll set up a regiment here with spikes in case they break the wall here. We've then got these in reserve, which we will then again, of course, prepare for that. If that breakthrough comes through, we've covered all the entrances in terms of, well, the main entrances, as it were. We can always send, I think we'll leave this one open here as it is. We might even put a regiment here as well with spikes, just in case they break through this particular buttress, as it were, here as well. Then we'll move these regiments away from here, all the way back here out of the way as soon as we possibly can. We'll have a reserve at least. So 4 regiments in reserve. And that should help us hold these walls. It's going to be a brutal fight, I kid you not, my friends, it really is. We need another regiment up here, possibly. We can always move one of these regiments up here if need be. Right, let's set up our artillery. It's vital we get this right. So Nimba. Now let's set them forth. Now the artillery, these mortars, we really do want them up front to give us maximum potential here for firing. And these gentlemen here can stay in the centre. We can, of course, their reach is much further here. But what are the mortars? What's the mortars reach now? Oh, that extends quite nicely. Oh, now that's shortened significantly. We'll lose them on round shot. Actually, let's have the mortars up front and centre here. Let's pitch them right in the front here. Let's not mess about. Let's get stuck in there. So that extends their range. That cuts their range to here for the quick line. Okay, at least we know now. Just testing the range here, our forces. Whew, it's going to be a brutal battle, my friends. I kid you not. Let's begin. Winter's ours. Here we go, here we go. Oh my goodness. They're going to hit us hard here. There's, as I said, the walls are being going to be hit here. Right, let's pull them back. Get off there, lads. Get off there, lads. Here they come, here they come. I said give them a good pasting, lads. Double time! We got them. Clear them out, lads, clear them out. Excuse me, noise in the background, my friends. You can probably guess who that might be. Break them, lads. Break them. Let's have them. Get in there, lads. Support your brothers. Support your comrades. Steady, lads, steady. Let's just set them here, actually. Look lively, lads, get back into position. Push them back. Oh, what a shot, sir. My compliments to the chef. Discipline, lads, discipline. What the? That's it. Blunderbuss shotgunners. That's why we put those there behind us, just in case. And just as well we did. One night. Look lively, lads. Get back into position properly. That's more like it. Push them off these walls. Push them off these walls. Oh, let Marines. That was a wonderful shot. Oh, that's a wonder. Oh, we've seen them off. We've seen them off. Back into position. Get back into position. We haven't got time for this. One more, my friends. Sorry about that, my friends. Now, we've sent them on their way here. No, gentlemen. Fire on them only. Fire on them only, sir. Look at how we sent them packing, sir. Let's see if we can pick off the general, sir. Those dragoons, we've got to be extra careful here. Here they come. Here they come, sir. Here they come. Steady, lads. No. Oh, what a shot! Steady, lads. Steady. Oh, that's a joy to see. Well done. Make sure we're... Yes! So the only weakness is here. Stand ready. We got them. Got to remain vigilant here. Ah, brave men indeed, sir. See if we can pick this off. That's discipline. Blazes. Oh, my good grief. Ceasefire. Here they come, here they come. Here they come. There's going to be a lot of troops coming in, my friends. A lot of troops coming in here. We've just got to hold down Nerve here. This is the weak spot. We have to be ready to defend it at a moment's notice here. It's going to be an absolute brute, sir. Look at this here on the bridge here. Each man giving his all here. Double time, gentlemen, double time. Oh no! I don't believe it. We've just lost a good 9 to 10 men there. That was an absolute disaster. Look at that. Lost over 100 men there. 100 men. Look at that, just there. That is an absolute scandal. They're starting to get their range now. Let's maintain our focus. Let's maintain our focus. That's an absolute joy to see. What a joy to see. Let's hold steady now. Give me the blast here, come on. Where are those Polish reinforcements? Lots and lots of cavalry. I think it's about time that we actually fired upon these gentlemen here. Shot. Here we go. Yes. Oh. Oh, they moved just in the nick of time there. Oh, this could be good, sir. Oh, we've just laid them flat there. Look at this fool is absolutely, here we come. Stay now, wait for the order. They're gone. They've had enough. These mortars are proving invaluable. Oh, that's more like it. Oh. Off the walls, gentlemen. Off the walls. Oh, they're getting absolutely blitzed here. They're bringing all the guns to bear now. Oh, this is gonna go. This is gonna go here. Oh, that's a joy. Look at these Royal Highland Grenadiers. They haven't even flinched, sir. Move it, lads. Get off the walls. Get off the walls. I'm going to be caught out of anybody here. Let's get them off the walls. Oh, look at that. Right down the middle there. Well done, lads. Oh, what a beautiful shot. Let's keep pasting them. Keep pasting them, lads. give him a good pasting these here. Jeepers creepers, almost half an hour we've lasted out here. We've given them a damn good thrashing here. They've breached the walls. There it is. Oh, that's it, lads. Well done. Right on top of them. Yes, another general killed. The Cuirassiers. If we can get rid of this artillery here, this cavalry here. Here they come, here they come. They come. We knew they'd come through here. We knew it. Hold that square. Hold that square. Got to use our resources absolutely meticulously here. Oh, that's a wonderful shot there. They've gone. They've gone. Pull these gentlemen out of here. We've got to replace them with another squad. A regiment here. Pull them back from some respite into here. Double time, gentlemen. Double time. Oh, look at that. Pull these troops back. Get these in their place. The 41st have absolutely fought with exceptional bravery here. Here they come out of the spikes. Yes, look at that. Oh, exactly what we wanted here. Got to protect these gentlemen here. What we'll do is just... Shattered, gone. Creepers. I kid you not, my friends, this has been one heck of a battle here. The mortars have more than proven their worth, my goodness me. Wow. Oh, winged hussars. Here they are, look at that. Mind you, we've also been absolutely pasted ourselves here. We've taken some ferocious damage. this, if they want this fort here, they're going to pay a dear price for it. Mark my words. Half an hour, my friends, is gone. We've absolutely pasted them. Those Wings Hussars coming in, it might be a different prospect. Could we just put this here in the wrong place? If that had been here, the Winged Hussars would have perished with everything else, but just sort of how they're, what they are, they're firing against the walls here. Luckily the walls are high enough still to cover these gentlemen here. We've also pulled our cavalry as close as we possibly can here. Look how many men we've lost up here as well. We've pulled these gentlemen back to respite as well. Yes, they're okay now, that's good, they're tired, but they're okay. We've also got a regiment up here as well, ready to defend. To fire into here, so you can see they're ready to fire into this gap here if need be. Oh, that's more like it. Aha! Infantry. The first we've seen for a while now. We're not giving them a moment's respite here. Not a moment's respite. We really have taken the fight to them here. We're not giving them an inch. Stay on, lads, steady now, ready? Get ready here. There's more artillery coming off the line here. We're hitting with everything we got here, artillery-wise. We can't allow the infantry to get in anywhere near us. Now you can fire on them. Now you can fire on them, lads. You thought they'd come back. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. They've had enough. Let's come on. They're starting to get together now. Oh, right down the throat of them. Look at that. Do you believe you came from here, sir? Yes, we've sent them packing, sir. Get ready to fire, lads. Get ready to fire. What a fight this has been. What a fight. This army has done exceptionally well here, my goodness me. It really has done a wonderful. Oh, winged hussars have moved over here. Ah, here they come. Oh, they're coming back. Bringing these gentlemen, I think, to reinforce this section here. Look at the death toll here to just try and break through here. Let's pull them off there. Let's pull them off the wall. We're not going to lose any more men here. Shattered. Get into the building, lads. They're going for these walls here. We've got to garrison this building here, the barracks. Oh, sorry. Nice and sharp. Quick, lads. Ready to training, lads. Ready to training. Here they come. Here they come. One more line infantry. We've got to focus this line infantry now. They can destroy these walls all they want. That means they're not hitting and maintaining our troops, but get rid, lads, get rid now. Pour the fire on them, pour the fire on them. That's much more like it. That's even better. This is 2,000 men against 14,000. This is what it's come up. This is what it's become. I kid you not, my friends. years and what for? Get these militia. Let's get these militia, lads. These mortars have proved invaluable in defense. My goodness me. Perfect, absolutely perfect. This is 2,000 men against 14,000, 17,000. That's what it's become to, because we haven't involved any of the forces yet. Well, look at this. They've thrown the kitchen sink at this here. Any. Will they come through? Are they going to come through? Give them a damn good pasting now with the artillery. Oh, that's more like it's What a wonder this has been. We really have, and we still got plenty in reserve as well. Some of these units are barely even touched. Considering the battle they've been involved in, I mean, look at these frontal forces here. Right. No friendly fire if we can help it. Absolute discipline here. Wait for the order, lads. Here they come. Two lots of line infantry coming right off the line here. Oh, lads, no. Get back in here. Get back in there. They come. Oh, perfect marksmanship here. My goodness me. Come on, mortars open up here. The mortars open up. come. Ah, they're trying to move in. They're trying to close in here. If we can get this bunch here, oh my goodness me, what a fight this would be here. Come on, lads. Oh, that's a perfect shot. We've almost defended this. We've almost defended this. My goodness me, what a fight this has been. That's more like it. Oh, look at that. We've got them hemmed in here. That's a wonder. They haven't sent in those winged hussars yet. Lads, hold steady now. Go on now. Oh, look at that, right down the middle of them there. Oh, that's a joy to see. Oh, wow. We've absolutely obliterated the Poles here. This is 2,000 men have stood strong against 17,000. Not all 17,000, but a good portion of them. Look at it. I mean, that is an absolute mauling. Stand strong, lads, stand tall. Don't let them in.
Rifles! Line infantry!
Look how casual. Not bothered at all, so he's prepared for whatever's to come. Lay down the fire on these gentlemen here. Oh, that's a joy. Oh my goodness me. These dragoons have been absolutely obliterated. Send in your forces, gentlemen. Send them in. Hang on, red winged hussars. We've almost done it. We've almost done it. We've held out here against a massive force. The caliber of these troops is extraordinary. The most loss we've had is here, 100 men here from out this building. And there was a shot that really hit home. We're ready for you, sir.
Line infantry!
Winged hussars! Not even those can beat these shirts. Look at that. Oh, we've done it. Oh, what a fight that was. My goodness me. Heroic victory indeed, sir. Look how many we What? We killed 12,500 men. We only lost 1,317. Like, that is extraordinary. That could be the biggest kill ratio we've ever seen. Look at the kills. The Royal Handed Grenadiers, look at this. It's extraordinary. It is absolutely extraordinary. Wow. We've sent the Poles packing here. We've got a good chance here to absolutely strike against them and hit them hard here. Maybe even take Stuttgart for ourselves. That is extraordinary. That's 2,500 men have killed 12,500 for the loss of 1,317 men. How can you... No nation can sustain that type of losses. That is mind-blowing. We might have just gained ourselves the upper hand here against the Poles. We might have just turned the tide of the war in the west at least. Well, we've got a heck of a tussle on our hands here, but my goodness me, we've got all these forces being pulled out of what is Dresden, which is now under that. Now we shall just...
The
that we
fleet
know
is
what...
lost!
They still lost 2 here, so we're making them pay for everything here. That's the key. I'd imagine the Poles are absolutely reeling from that loss. Stuttgart is open. We can actually push it against Stuttgart and capture it. Oh my goodness me, what a fight that was there. We salute you, sir. The reverberations of this will echo for decades to come. I kid you not, my friends. Wow. The Russians are building towards something here, but we're not sure what. We know that Sweden are really taking the fight to the Russians, which is good to see, but... And we are allies with Sweden, of course. We have at times propped Sweden up. Even in our direst days, even in our worst days, we still managed to help and defend them. Which I hope they don't forget. As you can see here, look at this. There's the fighting here, right outside Moscow nearly. So they're broaching sort of the heartland here, the Russians. It looks like there's a big fight between Sweden and Russia here at the top. In the north. That's a huge amount by Russia here. We really are moving a huge amount of forces around here. Don't even think about it, Russia. Don't even think about it. Ah, Sweden. Now, what will Sweden do here? Do nothing at all, Louisiana. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. But the nations, Genoa, Cherokees, call in the United States. Ah! Our erstwhile ally. Very strong allies with us indeed. States. Quebec, which we were considering moving against at one point, but it looks like the United States going to have their hands full here. Wow. Yeah. Oh, city besieged. Well, I'll be, of course. Look at that. We've got another fight here against the Spanish. That's going to be one heck of a fight here. They've got a huge amount, but can we do the same thing here? This army, as you can see, we're taking some casualties, but not much. We've got plenty of artillery this time, and plenty to aid us. Oh, look at that.
Lord.
We really do have... Oh. Where the blazes did that come from? And here, we're effectively surrounded here. Well, I'll be... The forces here in Naples are trapped. We've got two massive Polish forces that have landed as well. Did not see those coming at all. Wow, look at the artillery. We could dispatch some additional forces, which we might well do here. But we could send this force here across the Naples to help them. It would be a treacherous journey.
Fleet ready.
But I shall leave that into the council's hands here. Do we reinforce Naples here and effectively rubber stamp our mission to stand here in Naples? Because we're going up against some very, very powerful Spanish forces here. And of course, we are going to move against this force here, the Spanish force here that's moving against us. But we do have forces in situ here and ready to move down here. As you can see, General Faramir here, ready to move in again. Oh, look at that. General Faramir's force really is exceptional. So we could move against them here. They've moved into Clermont-Ferrand, and they've also got here. We've also got a Polish force here. We've got to be careful to don't overreach here a bit. But that fight there was extraordinary. But my friends, I'm going to end this episode here. It's given us a chance to perhaps move and take Bavaria, or at least clear this. We could even move against Munich here. If we can bat aside these, and we can even use these to move against this force here, we could crush in this entire Polish pocket here. What a capture that would be. We've got to hold this flank here. We've got plenty of forces which to hold the Spanish push here. We've even got forces here in London which we are gearing up towards to move against them as well. We've got plenty coming in here as well. We've got a good trade supply coming in here with Sweden, which is our erstwhile ally. But my friends, I'm going to end this episode here. I hope you've enjoyed it. There's a major trade. Look at that, 41,000 there. My goodness me. If we could take Memel, that really would hurt the Poles. But we've got a huge amount to do. If we can take Stuttgart, that would be a wonderful, wonderful advantage for us here. We could clear this, and we can move this army group in here and this army group in here, and effectively crush this entire pocket here. It would open the way up to Vienna, to Prague. We've even got this force holding Hanover here. We've got some forces here which we hold up. But what do we do against Naples? That's the question. Naples, my friends, what do we do about that? I shall leave that in your erstwhile and sensible and safe hands, my friends. You always give the best advice, and I shall follow that advice to the letter. We do have a powerful force here, as you can see here, which it could be sent to Naples to help out. It would be a tricky, so we would have to weave our way through here, but if we could land another force in Naples here, I think we would definitely give the Spanish a bloody nose. Perhaps even have enough forces to move against it. We've got the Poles behind us as well, which is going to be a big problem. But my friends, I hope you've enjoyed this. Whatever you're doing, as always, my friends, in these times particularly, please be safe, and whatever you're doing, as always, look after yourselves, and thank you for all of your wonderful advice, your incredible support over so many different campaigns. It's been absolutely incredible, my friends. Impeccable advice, exemplary advice. But whatever you're doing, as always, my friends, please be safe. But until next time, bye for now.